The inseam of this pair of pants broke. The thread broke right along the seam. So the repair will be simple. I'll show you how to do it so the seam that you're hand sewing is hidden. Okay, first we need to turn the pant leg inside out so we can work at it from underneath. Now that we've got it laid inside out, we're lining up this faint line where the seam was to this fold, which is also where the seam was. It could be open like this. It's convenient if it's already folded because you can see what you're doing. And now we'll pin it in place. These stitches are good and strong and fine. We're going to be sure and start from this end so we don't create a pucker as we, if we start from the opposite end, we might do. So starting from here, we're now lined up as best we can and folding it flat to begin pinning together. We will see where to sew once it's closed because of this fold line that is this is a manufacturer fold line from the construction of the pants, so it makes it very easy to see exactly where you need to stitch. You can also make your pin go lengthwise to keep the fabric, more of the fabric together. We've got our needle threaded, and to tie the knot, I've got the needle anchored. You can anchor it anywhere. I'm anchoring it on this cloth tablecloth because then I can pull a little tighter as I'm making my knot. So the way my mother taught me was to wet the end of the thread and then wrap it around your finger and roll it off. I'll show you how. After you lick the end, just like as if you were threading a needle, the threads will stick together a little better. Wrap it around your finger loosely 2 or 3 times and roll that off your finger, holding on to the end. As you roll down, you can see it's getting all twisted, and don't let go of this pinch hold. You're going to pull that from the other side and let it keep getting knotted up, and you've got a good knot that there's no way that's going to pull through the fabric of the pants. Find where the good stitching ends and where the hole begins. Make sure you back up and start at least a ½ inch into the good stitching. You don't want to have to repeat this because you didn't anchor it well. Okay, now you want to catch maybe an 1/8 inch back and go forward that amount again. We're staying on that fold and working our way forward. It's important to get enough thread at the beginning. I can already tell I don't have enough thread. I'm going to have to stop halfway through my repair, and we can do that, but sometimes your length of repair is so long, it's going to be, might be a little too easy to get your thread tangled as you're working, so you might have to stop in the middle like I'm about to show you how to stop and start to continue. So coming back just about an 1/8 inch or so from each stitch, trying to come with the needle right through that fold line to keep it nice and straight. Coming back and checking my stitches, you can see there's a loose loop here that has needs to be tightened, and so we can do that by catching the next stitch and pulling it from there. It's going to be one or the other of these threads that will tighten that in. There it went. See, now that's pulled tight, and it was good to catch that before we got any further, so we don't have to backtrack. But it's important to go ahead and tighten it. Okay, now that our stitches are smooth like they're supposed to be, we'll just keep on going. I'm going to move this pin further along since we've already anchored our first section. So we've made a good amount of progress here. We're not quite done, but I'll flip it over and show you the other side so you can see that we're making a fairly straight stitch. There's a little waver here, perhaps, that could have been straighter, but when we turn it inside out, it's not going to be noticeable. All right, now I am starting to run out of thread, but I haven't run out of repair area yet, so I'm going to have to knot it. I didn't get enough thread in my needle first, so the way to repair, to knot this in the middle is simple. Just instead of stitching past everything, you're just gonna come up right there, so it's a shorter stitch. Take from the front of the needle, not the back. Okay, I flip it over my finger like that. Wrap it around 3 times. Pressure from your finger keeps it from sliding off. Use my fingernail to hold those coils down best I can. And that creates some kind of a knot, but if you do it twice, it won't come out. We're not going to knot anywhere over here. We're only going to knot in the, if we are not directly on the seam, we're going to be knotting this direction because these flaps are completely hidden inside. So it doesn't matter if we take a stitch to the right a little bit in this case. Taking, again, from the, not from the back of the needle really. It's easier if you get it from your last stitch area. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hold it, pinch it, and pull. Now we can clip it. Having a good clean cut makes all the difference when you're trying to thread a tiny needle. I think we got it. We're creating another knot just like last time. Rolling it down and pinching while pulling. There we go. Okay, we're backing up about a 1/4 inch or so with our new knotted, with our new length of thread. If it starts to grab, like it, you just might have seen it grab, pull from your, hold your knot at the end and pull from the other side just with your fingers. Sometimes one thread gets a little ahead of the other and it can, and that's what causes the grabbing. So if they're the same length, it glides like butter. Okay, you want to pull nice and tight every time you pull the needle through because it keeps your stitches nice and smooth. Now as we get closer to the end here, I've got the pin across sideways and I'll keep inching that up as far as I can, but it gets harder, of course, to pinch that together the closer we get to a bulky seam like this. Okay, now we're going to move this pin up to make sure the ending is as good as the beginning. Okay, so I've moved the pin up as far as I really can, and I'm trying to pinch this closed with my fingers at the same time and pull this taunt to get the last couple stitches in here. And I'd say we're ready for a knot on this last stitch. So we're wrapping it around 3 times, 1, 2, 3, pinching the thread so it holds back while we pull the needle forward, get out from under our pin. and do it again. We're ready to snip. All right, so we'll pull our pins out and I'll show you where we did well and where we went wrong. All right, so we have completed the repair. We've got strong stitches all the way across. On this side it looks fine. I want to show you the other side though, because though our thread goes all the way through, you can see in some areas it is not following this very faint fold line here, which was the goal. And so what happened here was the pinning was not lined up correctly, and that will happen to you too if you don't go back and check to be sure that the fold line of the one layer is actually lined up with the fold line on the other area. And if you have a slippery fabric, it can slide, but even if it's not slippery, just in the process of handling the fabric, it can move around quite a bit. So go and double check that. In this case, it doesn't matter. This is just a work pair of pants and it's not gonna show in this location anyway. So we're knotted and completed. We're gonna turn it back right side out and I'll show you what it looks like from this side. Okay, so this is where there was a hole before. There's no longer a hole. You can see this fold line is the one I was talking about. Had that been pinned correctly, you would never notice that this had been repaired. It's very simple, doesn't take very long. You can also remove any stray threads like that one, so it looks like a clean seam, and then you won't have any memory of this ugly hole that used to be there.